Hello and welcome back to my channel. Is Blake. Blake here, welcome back to my channel. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Blake and we gonna talk about books. Hey guys, it's Blake and we're gonna talk about books. So today, we're going to be talking about Warbreaker by Brandon Sanderson. And if you see that little devious glint in my eyes, it's because Brandon Sanderson is my favorite author, and I could gush about him forever. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that right now. So Warbreaker is a standalone novel in Brandon Sanderson's Cosmere universe. So if you have no idea what those words mean, I'm about to tell you. So the Cosmere is Brandon Sanderson's big epic universe. Basically, it's like the MCU of fantasy where all of his adult fantasy novels take place in the same universe. That means there are characters that sometimes cross between. There's one called Hoyd who shows up in literally everything, so keep an eye out for that dude. But in his big series, Stormlight Archive, that's when a lot of the crossovers really start becoming overt. But I really love the way Brandon Sanderson incorporates these kind of Easter eggs, because if you know, it's like, holy shit. But if you don't know, it has no impact immediately yet on the story at hand. So you can like totally read something, miss the Easter eggs, and be fine, because guess what? His stories are great, and you don't need to stress about like, are they good? Because they are. Anyway, with that little bit of Cosmere information out of the way, let's talk about Warbreaker. It's a story about two princesses, and I know what you're thinking. Two princesses? Really? We've done that. Not like this. Not like this. Because they actually end up switching places. Well, okay, that sounds stupid. But like, so these two princesses, they're sisters, and one is supposed to be sent to a neighboring kingdom called Hallandren, which is this big, colorful city, very, lots of exotic things there. It's like right on this like giant body of water, not an ocean, like a big lake, not a big lake, you know, like a sea. It's on a sea, and there's like palm trees. It's like this gorgeous place. However, the land that Ciri and Vivenna, the two princesses that they're from, they think that the Hallandren people are like savages because they worship the Returned, which are these gods that basically live among them. And the Idrians, which are Ciri and Vivenna, they don't like that. They're like, no colors. So Vivenna has been trained her whole life to go to Hallandren to marry the God King because of a treaty before she was born, and she's been dreading it, but she's also been training her entire life, building up the skill she needs to, you know, survive among the terrible Hallandren. And Ciri is the third child who basically has nothing to do since her sister, the second sister, she went and basically became a nun. She was useful that way. Vivenna is going to be marrying the God King. She's useful that way. Ciri does have nothing to do. She's like, I'm gonna go ride horses. So when it comes down to it, their father kind of sucks, because instead of sending Vivenna, he decides that he loves her too much, basically. And so he sends Ciri in her place. And so then Ciri is sent to Hallandren to marry the God King, and then Vivenna follows her. And we have our story. And this story is phenomenal. It's fascinating, it's beautiful, and my favorite part about it is the magic. So the magic in this world, it's color-based, which is just really fucking cool. Like, come on, color magic? That's dope. The premise is basically every person has a breath inside of them. Like one soul, one, but yeah, their soul basically. It's called the breath. And some people have decided to, you know, sell their breaths for money, because they need money, and they become drab, which, you know, it's not like you lose your soul, it's just you become a little bit dull. But so in Hallandren, there's these people, you know, with hundreds of breaths, thousands of breaths, and they can do magic called awakening. They can, use their breaths to awaken inanimate objects like dolls and cloths and capes, and basically give them a command and tell them what to do, and they'll do it as long as you say it right. So that's fascinating. And so we have another character on the side. His name is Vasher. He's a little bit mysterious, and he is a user of this breath magic. And then our fourth and final character is Lightsong, and he is one of the returned. So the returned are the gods that the Hallandren worship. They are people who have returned from the dead for whatever reason. Their deaths were supposed to be very heroic, which then the gods raised them up, or the god or whoever, whatever, reanimated them, and they have thousands of breaths, and they are very powerful. But they all just kind of sit in a compound and play around and do nothing all day. And so Lightsong is a god who also questions the existence of him being a god. So we have this very wry, witty character who seems very detached from the narrative at first, but then his story becomes intertwined with Ceres, and Vivenna's becomes intertwined with Vasher's, and then they all come together in a beautiful, beautiful way, and it is an amazing, amazing book. So if you have never read Sanderson in your life, this would be a really good starting point. I would recommend Warbreaker as a starting point. I would recommend Mistborn as a starting point. I would recommend Stormlight. If you really, really love fantasy and you want to read something big, then read Stormlight. It's a bit more effort and time investment, but it's definitely worth it. But Warbreaker, I think, is one of the most palatable ways to get a taste of what Sanderson is capable of. You have a very intriguing story, you have great politics, you have great magic, you have good characters, you have the trademark Sanderlange, where the last 150 pages are just bonkers, and you are just flipping those pages because you will not be able to sleep until you finish the book. So I highly, highly, highly recommend Warbreaker. 5 out of 5 stars. If you haven't read any Sanderson, this is a great place to start, and also a great time because Rhythm of War, Book 4 of Stormlight, is coming out on November 17th. It's not too long. It's not too long from now, and that's very exciting. So if you liked this video, if you liked me gushing about how awesome Warbreaker is, because color magic, I mean, come on guys, it's great, it's awesome, go read it. So if you like that, me gushing and talking about this, please give me a thumbs up, give me a like. Please comment what books you want to see me read next. I do promise I read more than just fantasy books. It's just lately it's been a thing. And if you would like to see what else I'm going to be posting on this channel in the future, please do not forget to subscribe. Anyway, that's it for me. Bye.